probably going to favour the home side, the Castleford Tigers. I mean, you can see the shots that we're showing you. I mean, it has been torrential here for the past 2 or 3 hours, and the ground, which is already, the water table around here is so high, you're driving in, you see the fields are still flooded. It's gonna really cut up this as the game goes on. I think, if anything, that favours the Tigers, and that's only because of the speed that we see in the Leeds Rhinos ranked, the likes of Ash Hanley, Lockie Miller, as we just said, from the back.
Yeah, well, the two teams are ready here. There's the official in the middle, Aaron Moore. Video referee is Jack Smith. So, rivals round about to get underway. There's no love lost between these two, that is for sure. Castleford against Leeds, live from the Menderhouse jungle. The start of another huge Easter weekend of rugby league action across the Sky Sports Network. And we are ready for action. Will the conditions level this one out?
We're good to go, good to go. Stay behind.
It's going to be a real battle. And retention of possession will be crucial. Leeds then attacking the Weldon Road end will get us underway. A deep kick collected in goal by the Tigers. And here we go. Rivals round is underway. And Castleford get first use of the ball.
Yeah, and the first thing you notice about this Tigers pack, it is the biggest physically, I think, they've put out as a starting side, and that really does, in theory, should help Paul McShane. We talked about how experienced he is, how crafty he is around that ruck. Well, that's only relevant, and it's only dangerous for the opposition in the right areas of the field. It's the Tigers' job with sets like this to chew through metres.
Yeah, well, they're working their way up towards the halfway line, the Tigers. That's a promising start for them. McShane down the short side again, and they'll drive it forward. It's another big carry over on that far side of the field, and the Tigers have rolled over halfway. What will the end of the set look like? It's a high kick, an early tester for the back three of the Rhinos. Ball's going to be caught by the Tigers. They'll keep it alive. Can they swing it out? They're coming to this near side. They're going to put the kick in behind. Leeds are going to have to deal with this in goal, and they've got nowhere to go. That is a really good start for the Tigers.
Positive start, really positive start. I was talking to Craig Lingard ahead of the kick-off this evening, and he knew only too well how important this fixture was. You know, worth 4 points to any fan who sits in this borough, and what a way, if they could get a result this evening, to switch on their season and kickstart it. And that's a fairly good first set.
That's a pretty good goal line dropout though, and it's going to come to rest 30 metres out from the Tigers line. Sim will turn it infield to Watts, and Watts is poleaxed there. Big shot goes in on the Castleford front row.
Go one.
They're racing out of the line here. Under pressure was Miller. Did well to see that coming. Well, that goal line dropout's really got Leeds fired up here. The Tigers work the centre of the field. Another good run. This has been a really good start from Castleford.
Go first.
Again, they're just working it one out from the ruck, but again, Leeds' defence is solid. And the tackle is made 25 metres out. And Castleford now will swing it centre field. Westerman gets it away to Richardson. Drops the ball back on the angle. Taken in by Elzachem. He's tackled. 15 away. Another one of the returning Tigers for Craig Lingard's side. This is the last one. McShane will get it away to Westerman. Now they're going to go through the hands. They're trying to line up numbers on that left-hand side. Wood goes to the line. Ball was knocked down. Was it played out? I'm not so sure it was. Referee will say that's the turnover. Well, in terms of metres, Castleford are finding it pretty easy so far.
Yeah, they did. It's not a bad place to turn the ball over, but you look at the time and the space that Jacob Miller had, you think maybe you would have wanted a better end to the set to that. You know, Craig Lingard would be thinking the same. Roll that in, keep the pressure on. They are trying to do so with a bit of front-on defence there, right in the faces of the Rhinos.
Yeah, they are. They're fired up tonight. The Tigers have had a couple of really heavy beatings in recent weeks. Conceded 90 points in their last two. But the early signs, and they are only early signs, but they're pretty good for the Tigers. As Leeds have had two real battles with St Helens in League and Cup. They're looking to get back to winning ways themselves. Ball now works its way across to Reece Martin. He powers his way up towards the 40-metre line. And just easing off a little bit, but it's still incessant as now they'll work it across the field. The angled carry takes them in and up towards and over the halfway line. Some good metres being made by both these sides. Aletsky the latest ball carriers. The kick is high. At the back is Broadbent, former Leeds man, catches it nicely. He'll bring it back, and Leeds complete their first set pretty well.
Yeah, decent carry by Ledsky has rescued that set for the Leeds Rhinos. The Tigers putting an awful lot of energy, front-loading their energy in defence. You talk about that. That restricts meters, forces the Rhinos into a long kicking game. Ledsky's rescued it with a really good carry on the fourth.
Tigers feeling their way into it. On the near side. There you go. Richardson, who's missed the last four. Now they're working it across here. To come the Tigers again, going through the hands. Lovely little step there. Almost through was Broadbent. They're over the halfway line. Last tackle for the Tigers. That's a really scruffy play of the ball, but it's a penalty. And the Rhinos are not happy about that. There's a lot of gesticulating. Bentley not happy at all.
Yeah, just too much involvement in the ruck. So Bentley's been beaten there in the ruck, and Wood's entitled to get up and play the ball quickly, just hands on. It's something the referees are really focusing on, and that does surprise me. Jacob Miller's opted to take the 2 points.
Wow. Well, Smith looking on from the back of the stand. Well, this is not a straightforward kick, but they will fancy that they can add the 2 points here, just over the halfway line.
Dean, near me.
Maybe just a sign that tonight, given the conditions, John, every point could be crucial, and we know this fellow, when he's on form, Danny Richardson, can kick them from all over.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's a welcome return, I think. The other half-back pairings for the Tigers haven't worked out in his absence.
I can hear you now, Ryan. Ryan, I can hear you.
And he is a decent kicker of a ball. This is about, in truth, about 40 metres out. You know, the pitch is slightly shorter than regulation.
Yeah, I don't feel like this.
But you look at the Castleford Tigers, their average in terms of points scored per game is 11. It's not an impressive statistic, that, albeit after 5 games. So I suppose if there's 2 on offer.
Yeah. Well, here is Richardson, 100th Super League appearance tonight. Sends it towards the Leeds fans, and the kick, oh, it's hit the post. That's probably the worst outcome for Castleford, and it could get even worse here because Hanley's racing away up towards the 40-metre line. Well, how's your luck, Castleford Tigers? Anything but that.
Yeah, they had no luck at all with that, and what a great piece of awareness from Ash Hanley. He's turned what could potentially be 2 points in a restart, comes off the post, and he steals 30 metres. There's your first swing in momentum.
Yeah, Smith over the halfway line.
Go third.
Ball now with Ackers, gets it away. A little step taken forward, ball comes free. Won't be the less we'll see that type of error tonight, I'm sure. But look at Castleford, back slaps all round. There's a real unity about the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, it's a good shot as well from Liam Watts. And Alex Miller, I think, were involved in there. Got underneath the ball, good heavy contact.
Shot clock on.
But legal contact, nice and low from Liam Watts. Now, Watts, he's had a month to work on that tackle height, and that's textbook stuff. You know, really pleased to see someone who's changing and adapting to the new way in which the game was played. If you remember, cast your mind back to round 1.
10 seconds, boys.
He's just returned last week in the cup because of the 4-match ban that he picked up for that high shot in round 1. Nice to see the amendments have been made.
Out.
Picking on when he lined up that shot, he was hoping it wouldn't be against Brodie Croft, but the outcome was a good one for Castleford. Good shot from Watts, gets the Tigers the ball back. So they will come forward now, but the line speed of both teams are trying to get off the line early here, but it remains 0-0 so far.
Hold Reese, hold it Reese. Go 2.
Here's Westerman, finds Watts, ball in hand, looking to drive forward.
Move! Hold Andy.
Ledsky, scrum cap on.
Go third.
Makes his way from the tackle. And here is Miller, short pass. 20 away. A bright start for Craig Lingard's side. All that's missing, they would argue, is some points. Can they put some on here? Miller into the line, gets it away to Watts. Tried to put the brakes on, but couldn't quite get through the line.
Joe Westerman's so valuable for the Tigers, you know. Him playing at first receiver just widens that field out for them.
Well, here's a ball out wide. It was almost intercepted. It's tipped up in the air, and well, Castleford could have just jumped on that ball. And the referee.
He's kicked the ball, play on, he's kicked the ball.
And now he's saying that it's going to be play on, the referee. Now Castleford are incensed because they thought there was a hand on that from the Leeds Rhinos, and that's why Castleford didn't play on initially.
Well, the referee said because he's kicked the ball, that's played an advantage. I think the advantage is territorially where we are on the field. I'm not sure we've got that one right, but
Go two.
the Leeds Rhinos come up with possession. They're not asking questions. They're getting on with it, and Ash Hanley pulls through another tackle.
Go three.
Well, Castleford will feel a couple of little things have gone against them, but as you said, Leeds are not going to ask questions. They're going to get on with it, and they're over halfway now. Aletsky, good carry. Here's Ackers, gets it away to Frawley. Frawley taking on the line. Lovely tackle round the legs there. Last one for Leeds. What have they got? They're centre field now. They're coming back down the short side here. Looping pass over the top. This time it went forward off Hanley, no doubt about that. And Leeds will be disappointed not to finish that set a little bit more constructively.
Yeah, and Danny Richardson's been spotted up there by the Leeds Rhinos attack. They worked him over 2-3 tackles on the fly, and it's just a handling error, poor pass actually. That means that set comes to nothing.
You stalled it.
Cass now got to get out of their own end.
Come. Move, come. Hold it, boys.
Decent crowd. In full respect to those who've made the short trip over from Leeds. Ooh, Sangare there. Player slipped as he went into the tackle.
Go two.
The fans on the open terrace tonight are getting soaked, and credit to them for turning up this evening.
Third. Move.
All over on that far side.
Go third. Hold it. Covenant.
That's a much better set defensively from the Rhinos. We talk about the danger of Lockie Miller as these fans get absolutely soaked. Some of these have been here for over an hour, Mark.
No.
Lockie Miller gets the ball with a little bit of space in front of him. This is a different prospect altogether. The ball will go up, and that's one tactic to take time and space away from you.
That is a monster kick. He's done well to catch that. That was so high. That went out of our sight for a couple of seconds there, way high above the stand here. And Leeds have been penned back on their own 10.
There's no doubt he's the most dangerous broken field runner. Him and Ash Hanley, yes, Ash Hanley on there. But you've got Lockie Miller there in that prime position. So it's a really, really good tactic. If they can get close enough to get the ball up with a good kick chase on, I think that neutralises a key threat for the Rhinos.
Hold it. Hold, boys, hold it. Go third.
Ackers puts it away to Aletsky. Drives it in.
Move
Again.
Go for.
Ackers looked left but went right. Finds Smith, who finds Croft, and Croft now gets it out wide. Oh, now McShane almost tackled a player off the ball. There wasn't a lot in it, but
hold it.
referee just had a look at that, and we play on. And it's going to be a high kick. Broadbent sets himself and backpedals, catches it. And a spell with Leeds. Nice sidestep from him, gets him up and over the 20-metre line.
Yeah, good step beats. Harry Newman gets a big cheer from the Weldon Road end, who are encouraging him, cheering him on from behind.
Bruno! Find space in it! Find space!
To the 14th, they wanted a penalty there, Castleford. They're not going to get one.
That was some step, wasn't it? Great piece of footwork. Offload comes from El Zakim as well.
Well, Castleford have started brightly. You wouldn't guess that they've not had a win in the Super League so far this term. Wouldn't be the first time they've come into this fixture without a win and taken the spoils home. Well, McShane is in there now, pulling the strings, gets it away. Miller drops it back on the angle. They're 25 away here now, Castleford. Can they put some points on here? Miller's got it. He's going to float it high towards the far side and Senior, but Roberts gets up high. Can they get him into touch, though? Can Castleford get him over the sideline? No, they can't. Roberts does really well in the end to keep his ground and stay in the field of play.
Yep, he had to really concentrate. Eyes for nothing else but the ball. I like Lewis Roberts. I think he's shown up really, really well in the absence of David Fusatua, really carving out a place for himself.
Yeah, it's easy to overlook. Only a young fella, not that much experience, but he has done well in Fusatua's absence.
Go third.
Here's Sangare, drives it forward, bumps off McShane. But Westerman's a more than willing defender. And now Ackers is going to have a look at a possible 40-20 shot, and he's got the distance. He needed a bounce, he didn't quite get it. In fact, could bounce in goal, and it has done. It's going to be a 7-tackle, 20-metre restart. Well, Andy Ackers, he gets a bounce to the right. It's a great kick. Now it's not so great.
Yeah, you've got to make some amendments, recalibrate because of the weather. It's really going to skip off the surface on that first bounce that you see there with a kick from Ackers. It gathers pace, does the ball.
Great start to Rivals round. Two more huge games tomorrow. It's the ball with Castleford. who've had the better of it, but not got the points on the back of it. They make their way forward again over on that far side. You have to say that Sam Wood and Ennis Senior have been a real bright spot for Castleford.
I think Sam Wood in particular, I know Ennis Senior's got the points, but Sam Wood, I've really liked what he's done so far this year in the centre. Yeah,
another good carry from him there, and here come the Tigers now, looking to spread the ball across the field. Broadbent had a bit of a juggle. Frawley wrestles him off, and is tackled eventually by Reece Martin. The Tigers are back in the Leeds 20 now. As the Kem gets the ball away. Richardson takes it in, he's tackled. 9 out, McShane will step in. Options either side. They're going to go now to Westerman, who fires it across. They'll roll the kick in behind, and Miller dives on the loose ball, and Leeds will get it back right on their own try line.
Yeah, good tidy up by Lockie Miller. You could see what Jacob Miller, his namesake, was about to do. And the trick of those, you've got to fully commit to them and trust the bounce of the ball.
Yeah, it can make you look silly at times when he took his chances and he came up with a ball. And Leeds now working it close to the ruck area. Almost an error. Did well to hang on there.
And they're burning through tackles as well. Again, another good display of metre restriction from the Castleford Tigers.
Seen some good footwork though on this very heavy field. But the last one, and they're in their own 30, they'll kick downfield. Broadbent waits. Again, just had to retreat a little bit. Now bring it forward, gets the ball away. And forward come the Tigers and Senior. Not a bad set though, all in all from Leeds. They got it down the other end and they're making Castleford work out of their own end of the field.
No, but you can see the importance of the kicker game this evening, Carter. Is in evidence already. You overcook it a little bit, it'll skip off the surface, and you've got a 7-tackle set to defend. You get it right, you really have an opportunity of turning up some pressure on your opposition.
Just short of halfway. Castleford just that one early penalty goal that hit the upright as Westerman almost gets his arms free. Here now is McShane, little kick over the top. Miller's going to have to gather it on his own line again. Again, they're on him in a flash, and there's nowhere for him to go.
And that's where Paul McShane is a brilliant addition to the Tigers side. Right areas of the field, short kicking game, smart, picks the space, good kick chase. They've missed that. They've really missed that in the opening parts of this season.
Yeah, brave run from Croft got Leeds with a bit of go forward. They were thinking about expanding play there. We've seen that so often this season from Leeds, their willingness to throw it around. Here goes Hanley, sidestepping his way, gets it to Ackers. He'll get the ball away on the far side to Croft. Bentley bumps off one. He's wrapped up just over the 40-metre line of Leeds. Frawley again will kick downfield. Broadbent runs, he's going to let this bounce, and this time the bounce favours Leeds. That's a good kick. Can the chasers get there? They can. That's a pretty decent outcome for Leeds.
Yeah, again, the kicking game, it's the difference. It's turning average sets into decent sets, but it needs good kick chase like we've just seen. This style of play is really going to start to fatigue sides, particularly when you can see already the grass is starting to cut up underfoot.
It's down the middle. Almost a quarter of the game gone already. Sangare goes in with a big shot on Westerman. Played a prop in the cup last week, and he's holding his face here, Joe Westerman. He's not happy with the challenge that came in. And the physios have come on here, so the referee will stop play.
There was heavy contact, wasn't it, from Sangare? Westerman mixing up his ball playing and his running. He's so valuable, so vital to this Castleford Tigers attack. Well, and defence for that matter.
Right, mate.
But it's Westerman who carries, and it's just a head clash. It's a head clash with Sangare. But there is a directive. There is a change here in the interpretation.
Well, is it his head or is it his shoulder, John?
I think first replay showed me head on head. But it is the tackler's responsibility to make sure that he's not endangering the ball carrier. I'm looking at that. I think that's a head-on-head contact.
Interesting. Video referee is having a look at this.
Tackle 4, make sure you square, boys. Back it.
And they're going to go.
No penalty.
Yep.
Just wait
Interesting.
a sec. 4. Back here, Matt.
Well, Westerman not overly happy
Go
with
4.
that. Castleford not overly happy with that, but Leeds defending tough again, just short of halfway.
Go 5.
And they'll work down this near side. Richardson will kick downfield. Miller looking for a bounce. It almost took an awkward one. He had to just regather it as it went past him. Here he comes now, trying to dance his way through. The threat is always there, and that's the first real time he's had a chance to get any kind of return going. This fellow will run it back all day. Ash Hanley, 200th Leeds appearance tonight for him.
There's some serious meetings. I love how Ash Hanley's game's developed over the years as well. You know, he's always been known for finisher, but the amount of grunt work that he's prepared to do for his side.
Stand up. Go 3rd.
Great feet, great pace. Here is Aledski. They're 30 away here.
Hold, mate, hold. Go 4.
Because White's at dummy half, gets it away to Croft. Croft has got runners outside and gets it to Frawley. Little step over on that far side from Miller, can't quite keep it alive. Last one incoming for Leeds. Scruffy play the ball and Castleford pounce upon it. Real awareness there. That was a great bit of skill there from George Lawler.
Yeah, and it needed to be as well, because the Rhinos for the first time were in a really, really dangerous position. You take a look at the completion rate, but it's the number of tackles that the Leeds Rhinos have had to do, almost, over double the Castleford Tigers. And that is going to take its toll. The conditions obviously play a part, that the legs become heavier earlier in the game. But that amount of work, that's going to add up.
It's over halfway through the first half. Richardson gets it away to Miller, plays into the line. Castleford looking to break through, 20 out. Last one incoming for them. Are they going to go short side? They are. They're going to hoist a high kick. This might have a bit too much on it. No, it doesn't, and the tackle is made. That is such a well-timed tackle there. Roberts had nowhere to go. Brilliant from the Castleford Tigers again.
Great end of set stuff. And look, the build-up play wasn't perfect. I don't think they had the depth that they needed, but they've certainly, ended it with a punctuation mark, haven't they? Brilliant box kick into the corner, communicated well to his centre, and then Sam Woods railed through on Lewis Roberts to earn them a repeat set. Patient stuff. We've seen precious little of that from the Tigers. Very much willing to offload, very much willing to spread early. This is patient, mature rugby.
This time Castleford aware of the depth of the kick. Here comes Watts then. Brings it forward. Bentley with a tackle. Real good old school atmosphere here at the Menderhouse Jungle tonight. As Castleford looking for a first Super League win of the season. Miller injects himself into the action. Here now goes Lawler. Castleford on a roll here. They're back within a couple of metres of the Rhinos line. Options left and right for McShane. Gets it away to Miller. They raced up on him. Good work from Leeds defensively. Had to be as well. Coming back centre field to Westerman. Westerman gets it away now. Short pass. Elzachem on this near side. Tries to flick it round the corner. Got it away. It went backwards. It'll be play on.
Lost into the man.
The referee's called for a knock-on there.
Yeah, it's lost. Ball's lost into the opposition as the referee's call. Again, I don't think they've got the depth they need. For me, I would be doubling up the halves. I'd have Miller and Richardson together, playing a little bit further out wide, outside Westerman as your first man. I see why they're splitting the 6 and the 7, Jacob Miller and Danny Richardson, because it makes life more difficult for Lachlan Miller, the Leeds fullback, to assess numbers. But I think they lose too much in doing that. Set up on a stick and then play through Westerman and get your ball players out wide.
Head in, 10 seconds, don't worry, Dan. Shot clock off. Okay, Matt.
I mentioned those back-to-back losses to St Helens. They'll bring the ball forward now. 20 metres off their own line. Frawley with a big dummy. Up to the 30. The pitch getting heavier in front of our eyes here. The rain has thankfully eased off. Zalewski goes forward. Well, the kit man for Leeds is going to have a big job this week, that's for sure.
And the groundsman for the Tigers is going to have a big job as well.
Ball carried forward by Leeds, and there's Mikel Goudemont making his 100th Super League appearance. One interception, and it's Watts breaking away, he's dragged down. Well, there was an offload there, Liam Watts. Maybe a few years ago, his legs might have got him there, but he held on to it, and that's the main thing. And Castleford are back on the attack here.
Hold it, boys, hold it. Go 2.
Can Castleford break the deadlock? Lawler carries. 15 now.
Hold it.
McShane waiting. We'll get the ball away to Westerman. Westerman dummies. Gets it to Miller. Miller will just straighten things up here.
James. Go 4.
Watts has gone for a breather after that burst. And now here come the Tigers. Short pass. Elzakan trying to drive his way. He's offloaded it. Gets it away to Horn, who's just on the field, but he's turned away a metre short. Castleford knocking on the door. McShane gets it wide. Have they got the bodies? They'll put the kick through. Woods after it. It's not dead. It's going to be yet another Leeds goal line dropout.
That's great play from the Tigers. That's much more cohesive. Really interesting with the substitution they've made. Liam Watts has gone off for a breather after that interception. I think he got agoraphobia, didn't he, when he came up with this? That was absolutely brilliant. Wasn't it a collector's item from a prop? But the replacement, Liam Horn, you would have expected to rotate with Paul McShane at some point. His preferred position, of course, obviously at the base of ruck as well. It'll be interesting to see where he plays, where he lines up.
Well, we mentioned last week that Westerman in the cup lined up at prop.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the physicality, Joe, and he is back there waiting for the offload here. Well, there's your answer. Here comes Westerman. Drives it in. What a great start to rivals round this has been. Real tussle in the mud down at Weldon Road. But it's been a decent game, plenty of physical activity. Here's Horn again. Ball now 20 away. Ball now works its way down the left-hand side. Good hands here from Broadbent. Here's in his Senior. Senior cutting back a couple of metres away from the line.
Line, boys. Go third.
5 out. They'll come back centre field. Ball skipping its way across now. Plenty of bodies in motion. Oh, the intercept was on there for Momirovski. He says he didn't touch it. He got a fingertip on it. Fine margins.
Well, that's, you know, a bit more depth on the play. I mean, the execution wasn't brilliant, but a bit more depth on the play, and you see what that does to the Rhinos' defence. The Tigers are playing deeper. You're seeing it forces a read out of the Leeds Rhinos, and Momirovski does touch the ball. You know, the execution isn't great, but I think the placement, I think where the depth that the Tigers are holding there, it's a terrible place with space around you as an edge defender to be.
I think you made a good point tonight, John. Maybe the execution hasn't been right, but the few times that I've seen the Tigers, they haven't been in the right place at the right time. At least now they're lining up in the right spot, and they all seem to be on the same page.
Yeah, look at the depth. I mean, the ball's not the best, but I'm more interested in what that does to the Leeds Rhinos defenders. Momirovski feels like he has no choice to try and shut that down. That's when mistakes happen for defensive sides.
Well, they're going back to that left-hand side again. Mentioned that Innis Senior's been in great form with the tries, as has Josh Sim on the right. So they've got threat on both sides of the field. Here's Horn. I get the feeling he'll relish it in that loose forward role. He's a physical character, we know that about him. Papua New Guinea international. Here's Westerman now, gets it away. Oh, the ball over the top was on for Sim, but they didn't get it away on that occasion. Leeds defending well thus far. Elzakem's going to try and pinch one. He tries to run over the top of Frawley, but Frawley with help from his teammates turn the Tigers away. Ball with Hodgson, gets it away. Richardson did well to hold that in. Gets it away now to McShane. Out the back they go. Short pass. They bump off one. And they're going to be tackled. No, the offload comes in here from the Tigers. They're keeping it alive far side. Last one here. Between all Castleford so far, but the scoreboard remains 0-0. McShane, little dribble kick through. Can he go on the end of his own kick? The ball is grounded behind the try line, and it's yet another, the 4th goal line dropout for Leeds.
Yeah, another set for the Leeds Rhinos to defend, which they are doing. They're hanging on by the skin of the teeth, and it is only the execution from the Tigers that is letting them down. It's the only reason they've not posted points. Again, Jacob Miller went left there, play 4. Sam Wood too shallow, and that's the craft and the guile that we have come to know and expect from Paul McShane, that's been so sorely missed at the start of this season.
Well, they've gone short here. They've gone short, but Castleford come up with it. 20 out from their own line. Elzakan did well there under pressure. Here's Hodgson, Super League debut for him. The former London and Batley player made his debut for the Tigers belatedly in the Cup at Batley last week. Here's Horn, sidesteps his way forward, but Leeds are there. 3 players in the tackle. It seems only a matter of time for Castleford. But when you're down at the bottom, strange things can happen. Here they go now. They've got the ball out to that edge. Can it break through the line? No, they can't. Leeds again, credit to them. Repel them. Newman is down. Let's hope he's all right here, Harry Newman, because McShane has just brought the referee's attention to that.
Tackle 4.
Maybe just to bang on the nose, I think, judging by what Paul McShane was signalling.
Yeah, but again, the Castleford Tigers, they're now asking questions. They've got Broadbent with some depth and some shape out the back.
Yeah.
And Harry Newman's been opened up a little bit. He'll have to go off and get cleaned up and tidied up.
Check.
And he will.
Check.
He's sprinting off.
A
bit of blood there.
Yeah,
need a new pair of shorts as well.
Yeah, but look at the spread they've got and the depth and the options. That's much better. Looks better and causes more problems, asks more questions for Rhinos defenders.
1 second. Is he off? We'll just wait for James, yeah.
Yeah, again, I think it might even be a bit of friendly fire there from James Bentley. He's caught an elbow or something in the tackle.
Go 4.
Castleford have it, centre field, straightening things up. Tackle made 10 out, last one incoming. McShane is looking, he's got Miller to his left. Is he going that way? No, it's the decoy. He's coming across to this near side. Elzakem back and straight up the middle. Needs to find an offload. He won't find an offload. They'll turn the ball over. 5 out from the Leeds line. Credit Leeds though.
Yeah, look, good solid defence, but it's just that one thing that's missing from the Tigers, and it just that final bit, last play options, just letting them down, because I tell you what, they've had the lion's share of possession, territory, opportunity, but no points to show for it, unfortunately.
No, but a real old tussle to kick off the rivals round.
Hold it.
And we've got 2 belters tomorrow. Hull KR, Hull FC. We're live on Sky Sports Action from midday tomorrow, and we round off the day with St Helens against Wigan. 2:45 Sky Sports Action. The winner of that one will be top of the Betfred Super League tomorrow night.
Hold it.
Warrington will get a chance to respond on Saturday when they take on the Dragons. Every game live across the Sky Sports Network. And an error here from Leeds. And Miller feign to kick it. Will take the tackle. And that's a 0 tackle, so an error from Leeds. They've just had no territory at all, John.
No, and again, good low contact from Joe Westerman. Dislodges the ball from Mikel Gudemond.
Go 1.
Here goes Westerman again. Another big carry. Craig Lingard will be pleased as punch with 90% of what he's seen. He just wants some points to put on the end of it. Here's Miller again, who's having a good game. He takes it into the teeth of the line, but the pass again wasn't quite on the money. But he is playing on the front foot, isn't he, tonight, Jacob Miller? Very much so, taking it into the teeth of the line. As the ball works its way across here to Richardson. Here's Broadbent now, fires it wide to Sim. Not got a lot on in front of him, so he'll take the tackle, 10 away. But Castleford again, are they going to go short side? No, they're going to work it back centre field. Richardson kicks towards the post, it hits the post. Miller's tracked in goal. And yet again, Leeds will be dropping out from underneath their own crossbar.
Now we're getting to a situation now where I don't know which team gains more confidence in these situations. The fact that Cass keep turning the Rhinos round and getting the ball back, or the fact that the Rhinos keep shutting out the Tigers, because this is the 5th goal line dropout in half an hour's football played. You know, the Rhinos could grow in confidence from this.
Yeah, no, Leeds have been on the ropes. If they somehow could get a sucker punch at the other end. But here comes Westerman, leading by example. Over 400 career games for him.
Go 1.
All now centre field. Horn again will just take it forward. Look at those tackle stats earlier on. I dread to think what they're telling us now as the ball, again, they're just punching up the middle here.
Stand up.
They're 10 away. McShane finds Horn, who finds Westerman, who gets it away to Richardson. Oh, that was a tackle across the chest. There's McDonald with a tackle. The referee tells him to get on with it. And here now is Westerman. He's going to put the kick through, picked up by Miller. Now there could be danger. And he gets the ball away to Croft, and Croft's going to look to launch a counter-attack. I've got to question that one. Why is Joe Westerman kicking 10 metres out from the line?
Because they're running out of ideas, and now they've conceded a penalty. And I'm going to give you a stat off the back of this one as well. Of the 30 tries that the Castleford Tigers have conceded in 2024, a quarter of them have come in this period of the game, between 30 and 40 minutes. So the alarm bells now should be ringing in the ears of the Castleford Tigers. We're in that period, we're in that dangerous period where a quarter of the tries conceded.
Well, Leeds have been defending for what seems like the last 20 minutes on their own line. Are they about to land a telling blow as Sam Lessoni barges his way through the middle? Leaves Tigers defenders on the floor. Here come the Rhinos now. Again, Lessoni wants another carry. To sit on the sideline himself for a few weeks recently. He's desperate to get back into the action. 10 away. Ball now out to that right-hand side. Offload is made. Tackle is made. They're 10 away. Leeds swing it centre field now. Not had any ball down this end for an eternity. Can they put some points of their own on? They've defended their own line. Now they're making Castleford do just that. And Castleford have got one more left. They're going down the short side, and Castleford will defend it on their own line.
Yeah, well wrapped up. Andy Ackers has seen half of something, but he's been well wrapped up by Alex Mellor and Jacob Miller. Now, this is a great run, wasn't it, from Lessoni? The first of 2 in 2 plays. Well, not bad for your first carry, is it? 20 metres over the gain line. And the Rhinos will look to back this up now. Really tighten up across the field. Stop the Castleford Tigers from gaining ground, and then you watch this. The Tigers now be looking for grass and clean space behind Lachlan Miller.
Yeah, Hall made a good carry with his first contribution. Hall gets the Tigers up to the 40. And he will get it away to McShane, and McShane now feeds the ball, and the Tigers roll up towards halfway. Can they finish there? Set off with a good kick. High, hoisted kick. Roberts comes in off the touchline, pressure incoming. What a catch that is! He knew what was coming there. There was no gains to be had on that one. Just hang on to it and take it in. But here come the Rhinos, looking to spread the ball across their own 10-metre line and get it to an edge. Not sure McDonald was the player they wanted to be on that edge, but they'll get it up towards the 20. But Lewis Roberts, you praised him earlier, John. That was a fine take under heavy pressure.
Yeah, on the limited amount of work he's had to do defensively has been brilliant. I think if Ash Hanley could have passed to Ash Hanley there, that would have been the perfect outcome, wouldn't it? But he's coming off the wing again. We've got back to that point, known as a finisher, but he's prepared to go and do the hard yards as well. Finds himself in the field, lead spreading again.
And look at this, ball over the top to Roberts as well to take it in. Cuts in off the touchline and tackle just 30 metres away. Last one incoming for the Rhinos. Just starting to have a bit of joy going forward. High kick. Broadbent coming into traffic. Needs to get off the ground and does. Nice take at the back from the former Rhino.
Yeah, confident take. Big call, early call. Eyes on the ball. Are we seeing a shift in momentum here?
We're seeing a tight tussle, and they're up to the 40-metre line. The Castleford Tigers. Will the deadlock be broken as we approach half-time here at the side of rivals round?
He's been so good for Sam Wood, hasn't he?
Yeah. Really good, really useful play. Whenever he played at Hull Kingston Rovers or at Huddersfield, he always seemed to do a really good job, but he just couldn't nail down a place in the side.
Yeah, centre, wing, back row, he played all over the place. This is certainly his position.
Yeah, here's Miller under pressure. Steps out of one tackle, hoists it high. Lachlan Miller just had a look to see where Roberts was. Gets it away.
Yeah, and this, you talk about the Castleford Tigers, the amount of tries they've conceded. Bottom of that little graphic for you there, 30 tries in 5 games. I mean, they're conceding points, an average of 35 a game. I mean, that's just not good enough. The Leeds Rhinos, to be fair, 12 tries, that works out at 16 points a game. That's playoff standard, but clearly the attack is not there yet, is it? It's not clicked yet.
Not yet. Will it click tonight? Ball working its way forward. Short pass to Lissoni, already shown his impact from the bench.
Help! Police for.
Tackled right on halfway. Ackers finds Frawley, who's got runners outside him. He'll use Miller, gets it away to Reece Martin, bumps off the attempted tackle of Hodgson and has a go himself. You just get the feeling Leeds fancy that they could nick something before half-time here, but they've only got one tackle left in which to do it on this set. Here is Cameron Smith, gets it away to Croft. Croft's going to kick high across field. Pressure on at the back for Senior, needs to get back in the field and play, and does just about hold his ground a metre off the line.
Best thing he could have done as a 6'2" winger to get down early. That is really good awareness, that. Here's Wood again. I mean, he's, again, sorry, Mike, just an absolute beast of a worker. So difficult to tackle, all elbows and knees. So effective for them.
Penalty, bit of shoving, pushing and shoving. You'd expect that on Derby, and I dare say we might get a bit more of that tomorrow as well at Hull Kingston Rovers and at St Helens tomorrow. Penalty here, Bentley just getting a bit of treatment. As Castleford are going to try. Safe with a kick for touch, gets them up towards halfway, and he will get the ball back into play now. Short pass to Hall. Youngster signed a new contract with the Tigers.
Thrashing about Sam Hall, go one.
Here's Richardson, gets it away. Quick hands find Hodgson. Oh, now Hanley just about kept the tackle safe. Here now is Sim. Sim cuts in, almost bumps off one, gets through Frawley.
Go first.
Ball now works its way centre field. Is this Castleford's moment? Hall taken off his feet, another great contact goes in there. McDonald throwing his heart and soul into that tackle. McShane finds Westerman. Westerman finds Miller. They go wide to Wood. They race off the line. That rejigged right edge for Leeds, and they hang on.
Hold it, boys.
Is this Castleford's final goal of the first half? They're going to put the kick across the field. Hall could get underneath it, juggles it, bats it back, and is collected by Leeds. The referee, I think, will say it was knocked on initially by the Tigers, and that will be the handover.
Yeah, rarefied air for a substitute prop, isn't it? Underneath an attacking kick, so close to the line. But I'll tell you what, of the two coaches, you've got to say that Craig Lingard will be the happiest.
Thank you.
Yes, Sam Hall gets himself into some space, and he holds it, he scores. He opens the scoring for the Tigers. Yeah, Craig Lingard will be happiest with his first 40 minutes. I mean, yes, they haven't scored any points, and they'll be chatting at half-time about the depth and the execution of those passes when in attacking positions. But boy, to have not conceded in 40 minutes of Super League rugby, that's manna from heaven for Craig Lingard.
It is. Or it will be in about 25 seconds time.
Well, look at the tackle.
Here we go, penalty.
Look at the tackle stats. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's a game's worth of tackles in 40 minutes.
Yeah. And now, I'm just wondering if you've swung too soon, John. They've got a chance here. They might get one tackle at it. Will they go for a drop goal? No, they're going to put the kick in here. No, they're going to run it. Frawley gets it away. The hooter goes in the background. Miller bumps off one. Real go for broke shot here, and they've got numbers if they get it to that far side. Leeds, can they keep the ball going right? No, they cut back the little back flip pass. They do get it away to that far side now. Ball back in field, back to Miller. Well, this is wide to west time, isn't it? And they are going to get the ball wide here. They have got a chance. They get it wide to Reece Martin. Back on the inside for Hanley. Tackle made. Castleford survive. What a moment to end the half. Leeds are the Harlem Globetrotters, but they just couldn't quite break through Castleford. What a first 40 minutes we have witnessed here. But Leeds, who've defended for so long, have done so well right at the end there. Well, we never thought we'd see that as a half-time score here. Castleford against Leeds, 0-0 so far here. Castleford with a dominant force. A
great amount of energy and attention to detail in their defence. I think the one thing that's missing for them is that final pass, and that comes from the shape and the timing that they have with their attacking setup. Joe Westerman's so integral to that, and I said a couple of times in that first half, I'd like to see Danny Richardson and Jacob Miller linking up on the same side of the field playing off Joe Westerman a little wider, with a little bit more depth, and I think they can cause the Rhinos some problems.
Will it be the first Super League win of the season for the Castleford Tigers? Joe Westerman will certainly be hoping so. And will the Rhinos pick up a much-needed win of their own that would lift them to 5th above Hull Kingston Rovers, who we will see in action tomorrow. So Richardson will get us underway. Kicks toward the Weldon Road end here. Leeds get first use of the ball. Will we get some points? Will we get a big collision to kick off proceedings?
Moving.
Westerman was left on the ground there. Well, that looked high. An error and frustration for Castleford. An error just, what, 20 seconds into the second half.
And that came off that brilliant back fence run by Sam Lasoni to start the half. Oh, it's an absolute cracker, isn't it? Leaves Joe Westerman on the field, and then the high shot. Ash Hanley putting a bit of footwork on, and it's Liam Hall, just a lazy arm across the top. But no, there's no doubt about that. That's the Rhinos, that Lasoni carry off the literally the back fence at the Weldon Road end.
Tackle one, the ball's on the pitch, it needs to go. Back here, boys, back.
James Bentley also went for a head injury assessment, so Jared O'Connor into the action. And here come the Leeds Rhinos then. All the action was down at that end of the field. The ball driven forward again. Lasoni backpedaling his way towards the try line. Ackers waits at dummy half. He gets the ball away to Smith, turns the ball back to O'Connor. O'Connor dummies, takes it into contact, is tackled 9 metres out. Ackers pops it up for Lasoni, gets the pass away here to Croft. They've got the gap, they couldn't quite get it away. Last tackle, they opened up Castleford, but they scrambled the Tigers. Ackers waits, real messing about the play of the ball. Ackers now the kick over the top, trying to get up high, ball's on the ground. It was grounded by Leeds, this could well be a try.
Time off.
Castleford couldn't gather it in. Leeds reacted first, but did they get this down? Aaron Moore, let's get his decision. He thinks this is a try. Let's find out.
It's tackle 5, we've got a try. It's from a kick, so we're checking onside first, pausing the ball on the foot. All chasers to the right-hand side are onside at this point. See if we see anything on this angle. Look at that. That's fine. Into the collision. That always appears off Castleford. Let me just have a look at camera 8 on that. This angle might show it best. It always appears back off Castleford. Or forward, sorry. This angle. So always off Castleford. That's a contest for the ball. And it's lost forward by Castleford. They're going to have to see something close in now on the grounding. Camera 8 will probably be our best angle for this. We'll establish the first bit. It's okay, we've got a first offensive and knock-on. Does he touch this ball first time? Let's have a look at this. The live call is try. His hands stay on that ball. See if we've got any other angles of that. See if camera 2 shows it any better. Don't see anything on that. I don't think camera 1 will show us anything, but we can work our way through all the angles. Can't see on that. And the last angle for us to see would be camera 9. We can't see on that. We're going to have to make the decision on camera 8. We'll run this through. The live call is try. Live call is try. His hand and fingers remain on that ball, and the ball is grounded. Thank you. I've made my decision.
Well, the Castleford fans might not like what happens next, but Paul Momorowski has got his hands on the ball as it went over the line. And the Leeds Rhinos are going to hit the front here in Castleford. Cass, penalty on the second tackle of the second half, and a minute later they concede the first points. Momorowski's first try as a Leeds Rhinos player. and Leeds are in front on Derby Day.
Yeah, went up as a try. I think that was important, wasn't it, in the deliberations? Video referee has said that there was controlled downward pressure. It's a finger or a thumb, if anything, but listen, it's worth the same. It's 4 points. Take a look at the kick from Croft, though. It's pinpoint, isn't it? Allows this genuine contest in the air. Forces Inner Senior into the mistake. Momorowski doesn't give Senior a clear path to the ball, and there's just enough on that, says the video referee, to award the try. The conversion is added by Rhys Martin. Now, we had to wait 40 minutes for any semblance of that scoreboard moving. 2 minutes into the second half, Momorowski gets us underway.
6 points to 0. Paul Momorowski, it was a fair contest for the ball, a well-weighted kick, and Senior couldn't tidy it up, so the Castleford Tigers are behind. What will their response be here? You have to say, we looked at all the stats, all the key statistics, John, at the end of that first half, and discipline-wise, Castleford were really good, weren't they, first half?
Yeah, I think everything, their application, their attention to detail in defence. I pick out that Liam Watts tackle very, very early in the first half. You know, something that he's had issues with early in the season. You know, they've obviously listening to the coach and listening to the adjustments they have to make. So that'll be a bit of a body blow for the Castleford Tigers. Such an early score. But this is a clean setting defence from Leeds, from the Castleford Tigers rather.
Yeah, but Leeds are already inside the Tigers 40 as they look to move it out wide. Rhys Martin gets his head through and runs forward. He's tackled 25 metres away. He's lost the ball. Referee says it's a penalty, and this should be another 2 points, you would think, incoming for the Leeds Rhinos.
Yeah, referee had called held. Eliel Zakim has stolen the ball.
Wait there, Mikel, wait.
After that, and they're not. They're going to spur the chance of 2 points to play on here.
Get back, go back, go back.
And this is a sign of their confidence then.
I think that's a harsh call as well. I think that tackle was nowhere near complete.
Okay.
Police, one, tangled.
Leeds have it, 12 metres away now. Centre field, they have it. They'll turn the ball back on the angle. It's a slip in the line, but Castleford regather their feet just in the nick of time as O'Connor takes it on up the middle. Ball now will work its way, not the best pass to Smith. Smith offers a dummy, tries to reach out, can't get it over the line. Metre or so away, but Leeds got the Tigers' pen back here. Can they move it quickly? They'll get the ball away to Frawley now. Here come bodies into the line. Momorowski is tackled but not put down by Senior. And then gets the ball away, dumps it on the ground to Lockie Miller. Miller gets it away to Lasoni. Lasoni finds O'Connor. O'Connor's got nowhere to go. He just tries to weave in and out. He's wrapped up 12 away. But Castleford just falling off 1 or 2 tackles now. They've got to be careful, the Tigers here. As Ackers gets it and runs across. Short pass to Lasoni. Did well to take it in, but then he loses it on the ground. And Castleford will just be relieved that they've got the ball back. 5 gone second half.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rhinos very definitely now they're opening the field up. They've got depth and real width, and the Castleford Tigers forced into a couple of really big defensive decisions. Miller has just got over the top. Lasoni is attempting an offload. There was a couple of plays before where the left winger and left centre, Wood and Senior, came up together. Really good defensive read. They didn't end up killing the play there, but you know, that's a good sign from a coaching perspective for the home team. That edge defence, when under pressure, is connected.
Mikel, head in. Shot clock off. Okay, Jacob.
Leeds rue the fact they didn't take the kick at goal. Time will tell.
Come. Move.
The Tigers are, they've lost it here now. They've got themselves a penalty. Ackers is penalised.
Wait. Hands in the ruck.
That's a good touch finder as well.
Yeah, it's hands in the ruck. That's the call from the referee. Too much from Andy Ackers, you can see. Just holding the wrist for too long. Now, what have the Tigers got? I want to see what this attacking shape looks like and where Joe Westerman fits into this.
Well, he's centre of the field at the moment. Miller will get it first. Westerman's the decoy. Horn shrugs off one tackle, gets it away to Miller, comes back to this near side, and that's driven forward there by Miller. He's tackled 20 metres out. McShane Finds Westerman. Westerman into the teeth of the line, gets it to Richardson. Short pass here. They're trying to power their way through. Elzakem is going to be wrapped up 9 metres away, fighting to play it. He's got a set restart now, a penalty. And all of a sudden, it's just getting a bit fractious start of the second half.
We can't play on from the ruck. The first defence. Wait, Danny, wait.
Yeah, so a full penalty. Was 6 again, then turned into a full penalty. The Tigers are not going to go for 2 points. They're going to go and try and level the scores here.
Castleford all that possession first half, couldn't put any points on the board. Here now, they're knocking on the door again. Westerman to Miller, ball back for Broadbent. Broadbent tried to duck under Lasoni. Tackle made 5 away. McShane has it now, gets it to Westerman. Westerman setting off across field, dummies, goes it alone. Dragged down by Gudemond, and Frawley was there as well. McShane scampering across, gets it short to Horn. Horn offloads it back to Westerman. Westerman finds Richardson, who finds Miller. Miller drops the ball back here, carried forward by Wood. That's a loose offload, tap back. Tigers get it back to Westerman. Westerman runs at Lasoni. He makes a tackle with O'Connor, and Frawley will turn them away. 9 metres away. Castleford pressuring again. Ball back to Hall. Drives it forward. He's wrapped up. Last tackle here for the Tigers. They're coming to the left-hand side with Westerman. Finds Miller. Short pass to Wood. Goes to ground. Can't get the ball away. Castleford turn it over again.
Yeah, I want them to double up the halves. I'm labouring a point here, but you've got Jack Broadbent, who's playing at fullback, who is a runner. He's not a ball player, he's a runner. I just think if they open the field up a little bit, Westerman at first receiver, you play Miller and Richardson together with Broadbent out the back. I want to see him open that field up.
Psychologically, Castleford now must be growing in frustration because they keep getting turned away.
Absolutely they are.
Here's Roberts, good carry from him to clear his lines up to the 30-metre line. Ackers looks, pops the ball up, centre field. Fancied a dart there with Miller, he's wrapped up. Quick play of the ball again for Ackers, who's on a roll. Frawley back inside. Here's O'Connor. All of a sudden, Leeds are only 30 metres away. Last tackle. Leeds going short side with Frawley. Frawley's going to stand up the kick. Broadbent's going to have to come and get it. Doesn't quite get there. It's batted back by Leeds. It's play on. Leeds are looking to get the ball away to Croft. He's got nowhere to go. Turns, pirouettes, gets it away to Miller. Danger incoming here. Kick is picked up by Miller. Just can't quite get it away. And Castleford scrambling defence. There are Tigers on the floor all around him.
That's a brilliant pick-up from Lockie Miller and an even better cover tackle from Sam Wood. He's picked up a lower limb injury in the process. You look at Lockie Miller, just a lovely little dab, gets the ricochet, brilliant pick-up, and then that's over the top from Wood.
That tackle is not made, that is a try. But it was made. Scramble keeps Castleford within a score.
You knew this game was going to open up. It had to open up, didn't it, in the second half? The amount of work that either side has put in defensively.
Here's Vete off the bench. Drives it forward. And here now, back into the action is Watts. Can't find an offload in a three-player tackle. Remember, Harry Newman failed his head injury assessment. He will not be back for the Rhinos. Here's Richardson now, uses Vete as a decoy, finds Broadbent. Can't quite get it out wide to the centre on that right-hand side. Ball comes back here to Richardson. He's going to go high. A swirling kick for Miller to get underneath. Takes it nicely. Decides to run it straight forward. Pumps off one. Gets up and over the 20 and leads her back in possession.
That's a great take from Lachlan Miller as well. That ball moved. I traced the ball as that went through the sky. It moved and moved late. It's a good take, and then meters off the back of it as well.
Here's Justin Sangare back into the action for Rowan Smith's side.
Go third.
Here's Ackers, who's starting to get busy now. Ball turned back inside. Great run. Here's McDonald now. He's got support. Momorowski scored his first try moments ago for Leeds. Now he's got two. Great incisive run from the Leeds Rhinos. And Paul Momorowski doubles up. And Leeds lead by 10 points to 0.
Well done, Cox.
Wow, what a finish. What a finish. It was brilliant work in the build-up. Acker's out of dummy half, scouting and looking. He gave it to Brodie Croft, the man, or the pairing rather, that Leeds Rhinos had paid so much money for in the off-season. They were going to be the answer to their problems. It's a lovely little crafty run, and then tap back on the inside from Croft to McDonnell. He draws Broadbent and Momorowski on the outside. And this will be converted. This will be 12 points to 0. And this game, in the space of 10 minutes, has got away from the Tigers, because that looked a little easy. It was a simple ball back on the inside, and McDonald's pulled through 3 players. Squares up the fullback, Momorowski in support. And don't forget, Momorowski started the game in the left centre. Harry Newman's gone off, he's switched to the other side of the field, no problem, he says. Helps himself to 2 second-half tries.
Yeah. Rhys Martin will be helping himself to 2 more points here. He's just a couple of metres to the right of the post, and he strikes it straight through. And all of a sudden, Leeds lead by 12 here. 2 tries for Paul Momorowski, and the Rhinos are in control here at the Jungle.
There's Acker's out. I could see the retreating Castleford defender Alex Mellor, and it's reaching defences and it's desperate defence. It's a really lovely line from McDonnell. And then he finds Momorowski, who outpaces Broadbent to dot down at the right-hand side of the sticks.
One of the Tigers got here 12 points in just over 13 minutes. They've conceded. Here's Sangare bringing the ball forward. The coach will be happy, certainly happier than he was at half-time. But saying that, Johnny, he'll have been happy with his side's defensive effort for sure.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Castleford Tigers had a huge swing in possession. They enjoyed the majority of that. The Leeds Rhino was forced to defend 5 repeat sets.
Go third.
It's over 9,000 packed in here at the Jungle tonight. And again, credit to those that have turned out. It was a filthy night. Round about kick-off time. Great support between these two.
He's on to him. Still 4.
Ball just held up there. Martin thought he ran behind his own player, so takes the tackle.
Still 5.
Here is Croft, goes high. Tester for senior, catches it on the full this time. Well, those that did make the short trip got wet through some behind the post. They'll be at the moment thinking it was worth it.
Well, they've got a reward, haven't they? They've seen 2 tries in the second half right in front of them as well. They take up their positions traditionally at the railway end of the Castleford Tigers ground, uncovered, open to the elements, but also a bird's eye view for 2 Leeds Rhinos tries in the second half.
Just as it is at Headingley, by the way, so the Cas fans have had to do it tough the other way as well. The ball now with Richardson, kicks downfield, bounces just behind Lockie Miller. Miller collects it, 10 off his own line, comes forward. The chase gets there, he'll chance his arm, Miller, as he runs at Jacob Miller, but Jacob tackles Lockie, and Leeds start 22 away from their own line with a healthy 12-point advantage. Yeah,
the Rhinos, as they work it out, the Castleford Tigers getting stuck into another defensive set. Danny Richardson receiving some running repairs. Again, take a look at the stats. The Castleford Tigers, they're climbing now in the tackles. They're having to do an awful lot more defence. The meters have evened themselves out as well.
Leeds' completion rate will be a slight concern, but if they can build on that, then they look set for another victory. As the ball works its way in field, they come racing out there. Couldn't quite make the tackle. And the ball comes back to this near side, and Lockie Miller. Miller steps out of 1, steps out of 2. Brought down in the end by McShane, and Watts grateful to fall on the fullback. 20 metres away, last one. Cameron Smith will get it away now to Croft. Croft kicks out wide, Sim under pressure on that far side. Ball's batted back by Leeds, but did they keep it in? No, they didn't. The flag's gone up on the far side, and that should be the turnover.
Yeah, first knock on by Leeds in that challenge. The Castleford Tigers, they're making good defensive reads, but as we've seen a number of times now in this second half, they're not sticking.
Yeah, you're good here, Justin.
It's over a quarter of this game remaining. There's the contest for the ball. Rhys Martin just couldn't quite keep it in. He took someone out on the sideline there. Reece Martin.
Come. Move. Hold, boys. Go one, good Andy.
Cass now going to be squeezed by the Rhinos.
Two. Move. Hold, boys, hold it. Go two.
Double header tomorrow, the Hull derby and St Helens Wigan to come. Rivals round continues. Nice run there from the Tigers.
Move. Go first.
It's gone well tonight at fullback, Broadbent. As Lawler powers his way. That's two better carries from the Tigers.
Go for.
Wood jumps out of dummy half, gets it away to Miller. Miller now finds Richardson, did well to hang on to that. Could have quite easily let that slip through his fingers. And whilst the momentum's gone, Castleford did retain possession. Here is Jacob Miller, steps out of one tackle, hoists it high. It's another testing kick for Lockie Miller. Miller comes, catches it on the full. His first instinct is to always go forward, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see as well now that the kick chase just dropping off ever so slightly from the Tigers. And these offloads again are coming, not finishing off tackles. You know, surprisingly, given the amount of defensive work that the Rhinos had to do in the first half, it's the Tigers that are showing real signs of fatigue now.
Short pass to Smith. He carries it into contact over the halfway line.
Police three.
Leeds would fancy one more score, might be enough for them. Ackers again out of dummy half, takes on Castleford, centre of the field. O'Connor then will step in and gets the ball away. Cameron Smith again, short pass Sangare. Sangare's wrapped up 20 away but not put to ground initially. Now he falls to the floor. Last one here for Leeds Rhinos. Frawley, he's going to kick back across the field here. He's looking for Croft. Croft is eased off the ball. It's collected by Jacob Miller and Castleford tidied up nicely.
Yeah, good take by Jacob Miller. Again, early call, eyes only for the ball. The Rhinos, when we've gone with plan A, I think they've been really effective. It's that second phase stuff, again, that they're so well known for, that has worked so well for them. Just not as effective in these conditions this evening.
Go first.
What have the Tigers got left in the tank? So much pressure in the first half, but they couldn't turn it into points. Here's Watts, gets it away now to Richardson, gets it away. Milzakem drives it forward, who's trying to offload as he goes to the ground on halfway.
Go five.
McShane picks his spot, kicks towards the posts. Roberts is across there, gets a nice bounce on the try line. He will set off across the field. Looking for a gap, doesn't find one, but he's tackled 15 out from his own try line.
Hold it, boys, hold it. Go one, gone to the side, one. Two, move.
A real solid performance from Leeds. Now a penalty. Hanley on his 200th Leeds appearance earns his side a penalty.
The players are aware of this. They were warned in their training sessions with referees in off-season. It's just this last little bit from Paul McShane, just a little bit too much. Referees wanting to clean the ruck up. This was in consultation with, you know, key stakeholders in the game, including senior players.
Look towards the halfway line. Castleford, they wait for a win. Could be going on. Ball works its way over halfway with Justin Sangare. He's wrapped up. Just looking at Castleford, Salford next up, and then a double header with Wigan in the cup and in the league. So it's not getting any easier for them.
No, they need to find a switch, don't they? Need to find a flick of momentum, a switch in momentum.
Here's Miller, steps away from Watts, and still going up to the 20. He's got to go back and play it, Miller, and he will do so. Here now is Ackers, gets it away. Challenge in the middle of the field, the Rhinos. Can they find an offload? No, they can't at this moment in time. 10 out last tackle. Momorowski and Roberts are screaming for it on the right, but they're going left. And here now is the chance with a little kick through, and it's going to be another goal line drop out at that end of the field. This time it's Sim who puts it behind. And Castleford are going to have to drop out from underneath their own post. Yeah,
the short kicking game from both sides actually has been really accurate. That's the latest example from Brodie Croft. And Sim, he's got no option whatsoever. other than to make that safe and back this front-line defence. You know, we're entering the last quarter of the game now. You know, the Tigers, they need something. They don't. You know, first of all, a good, clean defensive set, and then they've got to find momentum from somewhere.
Oh, he's kicked it out on the full, I think, has he? He has. Richardson. If that bounces in the field of play, Castleford get the ball back. Just too much juice on it.
That's exactly kind of where they're at, the Tigers now. You know, you could see how this was going to play out the next 10 or 15 minutes. He's gone for it as Danny Richardson. This is a play to get the ball back. And it was probably overcooked that by about half a metre. You can see what he's thinking, and you can see why he's thinking it, given the position that his team has been in. But unfortunately, this 12 is going to be turned into 14. And in these conditions, with what we've seen from the Castleford Tigers and the resolute nature of the Rhinos' defence, that may well be enough.
Martin adds the extras, and it is 3 from 3 on the night for him. And it's 14 points to 0 in favour of the Rhinos here. Fine margins. Richardson hit the uprights with a penalty in the first half, and this inches over the sideline.
Yeah, idea was right, execution just off. I don't think you blame him for having a go, because they needed to find something from somewhere.
Yeah, and I know 12 points would have levelled it up, possibly taken it to golden point. They needed 3 scores to win the game anyway. It just clarifies that the knock-on from the restart. There's been a lot, based on what we've seen recently at Castleford, there's been a lot to take out of it of a positive nature. There's still a lot to work on, that's clearly. But a step forward despite the result, possibly.
In the final analysis, it'll mean nothing, will it? For the fans, certainly, because they're going to see a team that's gone 0 from 6 if they lose this game. But from a coaching perspective and a performance perspective, especially that first half, yes, huge step forward.
Craig Lingard, who got a win at his former club Batley last week in the cup.
No! Hold, boys, hold it. Go one.
So let's have a look then ahead to tomorrow. What a day of action we have got for you. Sky Sports action, Sky Sports main event, Hull KR against Hull FC, live from midday tomorrow, and we follow that up with St Helens against Wigan. What a good Friday it promises to be. The winner of that one will go top of the Super League. 2:45, all the action, all the build-up on Sky Sports action and Sky Sports main event, and all the remaining 3 games of Rivals Round will be live and only live across the Sky Sport network on Saturday and Sunday. Here come Leeds then, looking to finish things off in style here. Sangare gets it away. Now the passes are starting to stick. Tackle made, 20 out.
Important tackle as well. Hodgson he's come in from the centre to bring Cameron Smith down. They survived this. There's still time for the Tigers.
There is. Ball batted down. Play on. Referee said play on. And it's going to be Lockie Miller who dives over for his first try for the Rhinos, and the referee says that try will count. And that should do it. The Rhinos fans celebrate here. The Tigers are dejected. The Rhinos kept attacking, and they come up with another try.
Yeah, Lockie Miller, I think, has been excellent in really difficult conditions in the backfield, safe under the high ball, a constant threat for the Castleford Tigers, who've had to be right on the metal with a kick chase. And again, it's Frawley with a little short side box kick, challenged in the air, adjudged to have gone back by the referee on field. And that was a tap back from Hanley, I think, wasn't it? And Lockie Miller is Johnny on the spot, following up, goes between the legs, doesn't it, of a Castleford Tigers defender, and then Lockie Miller bounces into his hands and he celebrates. And that scoreline, I don't think it's not necessarily a fair reflection of the game, because the Tigers have been at the races where you could probably throw that accusation. They certainly haven't been in recent weeks. But this will be a huge import for the Leeds Rhinos. They'll now go 4-2. You're back Mike to convert this as well.
Yeah, this will keep his run going. And I'm already thinking about backtracking on those positive comments, because, and we have seen it, we saw it last time you and I were here, when Huddersfield ran in a lot of late points. If this starts to blow out again, And any positives go out of the window.
Yeah, it's Frawley again. It's plan A from the Rhinos has worked incredibly well. They went away from it for a while. They've gone back to it, and they get the results. You know, they're always a lottery. You feel maybe if Josh Sim had his time again, he'd get up and compete for that ball, because he's allowed Ash Hanley a free run over that.
Worth reminder that Leeds have done this without Ash Hanley for the second half, and James Bentley, he's failed his head injury assessment. So this win will come at a cost for Leeds, certainly next week against Warrington at Headingley.
Still one. Yeah, still one.
So they're in effect down to 15. And if anything, they look in the mood to put some more points on here. Ledsky back on, big carry from him. Here's Croft now, starting to get busy. Watts went hunting there. Watts went hunting, and he found his target.
He's on his feet.
He's not going to let them take liberties in the middle of the field. But now he's brushed out of the way because he wasn't onside, and Frawley ran at him.
Keep going, mate, keep going.
Yeah, and it's really opening up, isn't it, as well? Acker's able now to start playing from the base of the ruck. Jared O'Connor has had a good solid stint since he's come on as a sub. You've had Sam Lissoni, his cameo really blew the game in terms of switching possession and territory.
Here's Croft now. Miss out pass to Momorowski, did well to take it in, kicks it ahead. Interesting which Leeds players are onside here, but Castleford fall on the loose ball and they get it back 5 off their own line. Time running away from them. Looks like it's going to be an extension to that worst Super League start for 20 years for them. They're doing it tough down at the Jungle. Craig Lingard yet to win in the Super League.
And this will hurt as well for Tigers fans. This is a red letter day for them. They get to take on the rich cousins, as they call them, from Leeds, the big city, the Silvertails.
Who's given his running tonight wrapped up. Here is Jacob Miller, going to hoist it high. Lockie Miller waits at the back, gets himself under it, thinks about the big pass, gets the big pass away. And here come Leeds again, looking to turn on the style, and they almost get through the line there. Hanley wrapped up just short of the 30-metre line. He's told to get to his feet by the referee. Leeds looking the mood. They're just starting to up the pace of the game now, just as Castleford are starting to tire.
Well, they can feel the heat's not there anymore. That heat from line speed and line pressure's not there.
Now they've got bodies in motion. They're going to kick out wide. Roberts is trying to taste down Innes Senior, who will get there first. Senior tries to duck under the tackle. The tackle is made. 11 out.
Yeah, smart work from the Rhinos. Look, you rinse and repeat. You keep the Tigers down here, shorten up your defensive line, get good clean sets in, close out this game.
Ron Smith's side had lots of defending to do in that first half, but they did it well. And they're earning their rewards now. Double for Momorowski. And a try for Lockie Miller. 4 kicks from 4 for Reece Martin. Here, short pass. Elzakem can't quite get the ball away, and he's dumped to the ground. Nice one. Only the penalty there, Castleford. They're not going to get one. High kick across field. It's just a high kick straight up in the air. Leeds may well let this bounce. It'll bounce down the touchline. Castleford might get this, and Castleford are over in the corner. Well, they say never let the rugby ball bounce. They did. And Josh Sim crashes his way over. The referee just wants to check it on the field.
It's tackle 5. We've got a try on field. Check it onside, offside first. We're on camera 4. Needs to have both feet behind the ball. McShane is offside on this. Let's just see what happens with the kick. Where is McShane? Run this through. He's going to be outside of the 10. This is fine. We can play this on from this point. collects the ball clean. That ball appears to be grounded. Just check on camera 1, probably give us our best angle on this. Appears grounded. Camera 2. Ball's clean, and the ball is grounded. Thank you. I've made my decision.
Well, that's the reward for enterprise and never giving up on a rugby league ball. There's a bounce can make fools out the best of you, and it did with Matt Frawley there. He was shielding it, waiting for it to go into touch, and Josh Sim, that's his reward for not giving up. And it's, you know, it's going to be in vain, isn't it? You doubt that they're going to pull another 14 points back, even if Danny Richardson converts this.
Well, it's 4 in the Super League, but it's 5 in 5 for him. He got a try at Batley last week in the Cup. So he's in flying form at the moment. And like you said, he's just chased down a ball that everyone expected to go in a touch.
Yeah, and Danny Richardson's got he's got the belly of the ball on that one as well.
The kick from touch is a good one as well. So touchline conversion from Richardson, 8 minutes to go. Gap down to 14.
I've said it probably won't matter, but we've seen stranger things. 8 minutes. I tell you what, Tigers scoring this set. They get something from this set. We've got to finish here.
Time off.
But it'll need to be this set. They'll need to carry this momentum, carry this shift now.
Watts lays the platform then, 15 out from his own line. Can Castleford conjure up some magic here at the start of rivals round? Ball works its way to this near side. Leeds, who've defended pretty well throughout. One more set should see them home. Here's Jacob Miller. Watts will carry again. They need an offload if they can. Not on this occasion. The pitch getting heavier by the moment.
Go first.
Here now, Westerman gets it away. Ball over the top. Sim takes it, kicks it forward. Maybe needed to carry it a little bit further if he could, and kicks it away. And Roberts is there to collect it. And Roberts is trying to bring it back. And he's dumped to the ground 30 off his own line.
Yeah, no, mid-set, third tackle, not the time. You come inside, you take the tackle, you go again.
Well, I feel it was worth a chance. It didn't quite pay off. But you go back to that 20 seconds into the second half, that penalty that was awarded to Leeds, and from that moment on, they've been in control of this game.
Yeah, the 3 scores that have come almost at 10-minute intervals following that. And it started with Momorowski, the first of 2.
Move for. Hold it.
Then the penalty from Martin, then that try from Lockie Miller, who's had a great game, I think, in conditions that are not ideal.
Here goes Croft up the middle. Croft now, he's got support with him, gets it away, and there it is! Double for Lockie Miller. Well, anything Momorowski can do, he can do as well. 2 new signings, opening up their Leeds Rhinos account in style. Croft with a burst up the middle, and Miller in support. Game, set, match. Leeds Rhinos will pick up another Super League win.
And we said at the start of the evening, didn't we, that the Leeds Rhinos, their attack hadn't quite clicked yet, and there were reasons for that, good reasons for that. Doesn't matter how good the players were that they brought in. The 1-6-7-9 combination was going to take time to bed in. Well, I tell you what, there are green shoots here, aren't there? Lockie Miller, switch of play to Brodie Croft, steps inside Alex Mellor, then finds Miller again, who backs up at the middle. Great full-back play. He's rewarded for that with a second-half double. And Croft is such a dangerous run of the ball. That right foot step really squares up, commits the full-back.
Just keep working hard.
And then Lockie Miller is through to open that score back up to 18 points. You imagine again, Reece Martin, he's metronomic, isn't he, with that right boot of his, that he'll knock this over and restore that 20-point margin.
Reece Martin looking to keep his 100% record intact, and he will duly oblige. Straight through the middle it goes. And Leeds on their way to 2 points after the disappointment of defeating the Cup last week. Their Super League aspirations back on track with a win here at the Jungle.
Yeah, and you always wondered how the link-up was going to go, because you've got Lachlan Miller, who is a very exciting runner of a ball, but he's a running full-back. You've got Brodie Croft, who's a running half-back. Matt Frawley was expected to be the man who was going to guide the Rhinos around the field, and then you had all that craft and guile in the same image as Paul McShane from the base of ruck in Andy Ackers. Well, there's an example there of just how good it could be for Leeds Rhinos fans this season.
He was just sticking it to you, mate.
So the Tigers remain winless. The fans are leaving, trying to beat the traffic on the way home here. More disappointment. This one will hurt more than most. Despite what was a positive first half. Momorowski catches that ball. There could have been more points incoming as well, but Cass will get the ball back.
From middle. Shot clock on.
There's been a number of really significantly impressive performances from Leeds Rhinos tonight. I think you'd start on that list by talking about Sam Lissoni off the bench. Made a real impact. Brodie Croft, his influence grew as the game went on. Andy Ackers, the space started to appear around the ruck. He was impressive as well. And the Tigers, this is what's frustrating for fans and coaches, that sort of thing happens. Knock on the first, no chance, not giving themselves an opportunity. But my Betfred player of the match, having mentioned all those other names, I think has been outstanding this evening. Faultless in defence, over 160 metres. I think over the gain line is seriously impressive, given the conditions and just how much pressure he was put under in that first 40 minutes, and then rewarded with those 2 second-half tries, Mark.
Yeah, and as you said, probably the first 20 minutes, he didn't really have any run-back opportunities, did he? He was just penned back, but here come Leeds looking for more points. McDonnell, whose bust led to that try for Momorowski. So our Betfred player of the match is Lockie Miller. 2 tries for him to open up his Leeds account. Here's Sengari now. Drives it forward. You get the feeling Leeds would like to take one more home with them. O'Connor out of dummy half, finds Frawley. Passes tipped on here over on the far side, and Miller has his hands on it again. And whenever he's in town, there's danger around as he ducks under one, but Castleford this time survive.
Stand now, 4. Hold, Nate, hold. Go 4.
Ball now coming centre field. Lissoni gets it away to Croft. Croft ball over the top. Bounces just behind Robertson. He couldn't take it in. If that pass would have been on the money, he might well have been in at the corner.
Yeah, these are things that coaches are now. The game's in the bag, and Rowan Smith will be scribbling furiously in his notebook, because when you talk about teams leaving points out on the field, that's an example of that. Just execution, letting them down. You know, back ends of games like this, when results are secure, coaches are looking for precision of execution. You saw it at the start of that play. Sam Lissoni's ball, that's a new element of his game that I'm seeing this year. Accurate with the pass, not so much from Brodie Croft at the end. And he'll be looking at that, and that will feature in the video review, I'm sure, because he'll be saying, look, with all due respect to the Castleford Tigers, against stiffer opposition later in the season, we've got to have drilled that. That's got to be on the money, and that's got to result in a Lewis Roberts try.
I've lost Harry Newman and James Bentley to head knocks tonight. They won't be available when Warrington visit Headingley next weekend. Then Huddersfield are there as well. So a couple of big games coming up for the Rhinos. Here's Westerman now, gets it away to Miller, finds Richardson, who moves it on across the field. Well, Smith will be pretty pleased. We'll hear from him. We'll have all the reaction to come from our player of the match and the coaches as well.
Thank you.
Can Castleford get a consolation? They're trying to kick him behind. Senior's onto it. Will he get the bounce of the ball? He didn't. Just needed the bounce to favour him. It was a planned move. He called for it, Senior, but he couldn't gather it in.
Knock on in this.
Yeah, ball just didn't behave for him, did it?
Hand over.
The Castleford Tigers, got to try something, needed to try something.
Hand over, boys, in the middle.
This negative points difference is really starting to add up for the Tigers when taken as a season as a whole.
Just here, boys.
I mean, they've now conceded.
Well, it's 30 tries coming into tonight, another 4 on top of that.
Yeah, it's over 200 points in 6 games. It's, you know, it isn't good enough, is it, at this level?
No, it's not. They'll be disappointed with that. And this will be it. After a disappointing couple of weeks for the Leeds Rhinos, they've made the short trip to Castleford, and it's their fans who are cheering at the end. After a half that generated no points in the opening 40 minutes, Leeds were on the board just 2 minutes into the second half. It's handshakes all round on Derby Day, but it's Leeds who take the spoils. 26 points to 6, the full-time score. Lockie Miller, the player of the match. We'll hear from him as well in the next few minutes. Ron Smith, pleased with that. Oh, it's a tough place to come, this, whatever form the Tigers are in. But Leeds, truth be told, have got the job done. Fairly comfortable indeed. For the Tigers, well, their wait for a Super League victory goes on. Salford next up for them. But it's Leeds who take the spoils here to kick off rivals round. And truth be told, second half never really looked in too much danger.
No, they didn't, no. And, you know, that's shown not just by the tail of the tape and the fact that all the tries scored in the second half, bar that 70th minute or 72nd minute effort from Josh Sim, belongs to the Leeds Rhinos. A brace from Omarowski and a brace for Miller, and a 20-point winning margin. Disappointment for the home fans, disappointment for the home coach, dejection for the home players, but the Leeds Rhinos now go 4 from 2 to the start of 2024.
Yeah, Paul Momarowski and Lockie Miller with a couple